Hello, hello. Today I want to talk to you about expectations and how expectations often lead to disappointment and judgment. This probably isn't a surprise to you. You probably already know this, that when you have an expectation and it's not met, you find yourself feeling disappointed and let down and maybe even have some judgments about it. But I had this beautiful, beautiful therapy session yesterday with my therapist, who is legitimately the best therapist in the world. I don't see her more than just once a month these days, but I was really running into my shit. And if you're anything like me and you have a large capacity for doing and you have a big heart and you are on the path of growth or personal development or healing your wounds or your shit or any of that, it's possible that you, like me, have had the experience of trading controlling your life in this way for controlling your life in terms of your growth and your healing as well. And this is something that I've been realizing about myself, that I have very high expectations for myself. I'm a recovering perfectionist, a recovering type A. I have found myself like spread super thin at various points in my life where I'm giving and giving and giving and not saying no and so on and so forth and all that stuff because I'm capable, because I'm so fucking capable. And that's amazing, and I've prided myself in that. And with that, I tend to expect a lot from myself. And even as I am practicing self-compassion and grace and all of this stuff as I grow and as I come into my full authenticity and the radiance of my being and my badassery and all of that, I run into the ways in which I set myself up for disappointment, not with other people. I mean, it happens with other people, of course, but I'm talking about personally, how I expect things of myself that are completely outside of what it is to be human, right? That I'm supposed to be perfect in some way. And I don't always realize I have that expectation until I'm not meeting it. And then guess what happens? I end up judging myself for not meeting this expectation, right? This level, this idea of perfection and achieving or rising above or whatever you might call it for yourself. And so it was like, my therapist didn't even say this, but it was like, just, there's something so important about having someone who non-judgmentally listening to you so you could process. So I'm processing this and she's saying, yes, expectations lead to disappointment and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, and I judge myself a lot. And she's like, yeah, well, that's because you had this expectation. And I'm like, oh my God. This is huge. And so I want to share this with you. A huge thing that I'm realizing is that because I tend to be I'm a recovering perfectionist in type A, I have a lot of self-judgment, and everybody has a lot of self-judgment. And that's because we expect certain things of ourselves that are unrealistic, that are outside of the reality that we are human beings having a human experience here on earth. We're not meant to be arrived in some state. We're meant to just be, right? So here's the realization I had. I'm getting to the point, I promise. I have an expectation. I set it up over here. I don't meet it. And then I judge myself for not meeting this, right? And then that feels even heavier. And now I'm down here and I'm judging myself for judging myself, and I'm judging myself for judging myself, and I'm judging myself for judging myself. Yeah, right? And this is what it feels like. And I'm like, ah. And if I remove this judgment and I just pair it up with this expectation, which is where it belongs, I'm just judging really that I had the expectation and I didn't meet it, I can send them off with love. And I don't have to be under that weight and pressure anymore. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. So when you find yourself judging yourself, whether you're judging your body, you're judging your actions, you're judging that thing that you said, that thing that you did, the thing that you didn't say or didn't do, any judgment that you are putting on yourself is typically associated with some sort of expectation that you have over here. So if you can recognize that, you can actually take that judgment, say, okay, here, you two go together, and off you go. Releasing the expectation alleviates the judgment, and then you are allowed to just be a human being here, once again, having a human experience. And what a gift that is, because you are valuable and worthy and enough exactly as you are. There's nothing to fix, there's nothing to change. We don't need to pile on the to-do list of things to make you perfect, right? Okay? I hope you find that helpful. I have found it really, really helpful, and I just felt the need to share that, like, really simple, but like missing link for me when it comes to judgment and realizing that. Oh my God, what a relief. I literally woke up this morning just being like, I feel amazing because I know where to put that judgment now. Okay. Anyway, enough from me. I'm Jessica Amos. I'm a mindfulness and meditation teacher, a life transformation coach, and the founder of Stay With Yourself, which is the practice of being who you are, where you are. And that is what all of this is about. And I want you to know that you are a badass and you deserve to shine exactly as you are, without the expectations, without the judgment. You are a shiny, beautiful, radiant being just as you are. Yes. Okay, sending you all the love today. Talk to you soon. Like, share, comment if this resonated with you. Okay? All right. Bye.